Family, what's going on? Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here. Saturday, August 16th, Alabama had its second scrimmage. I'm going to talk about the Nuggets from scrimmage number 2. We are just days away from Alabama and Florida State. I appreciate you guys being here on Bama Football on YouTube. Remember, this week's raffle, which will be spun on Monday, is this nice Alabama tee. You could also get it in white. Bama_YouTube, Cash App, Bama YouTube. You know what to do. I'll put the link inside the description box as well. Let's start. Let's start talking about Ty Simpson. I'm telling you, look, Coach Kalen DeBoer said this today, all right? He said that Ty Simpson is going to surprise people with his ability to make plays, all right? From what we heard, okay, 15 to 16 passing. You're seeing taking care of the football. I think somebody said it's like 165 yards. I don't care how many yards. I look at the efficiency. It's so important to me. And he had a touchdown today. Coach Kalen DeBoer has continued to say that he throws a very catchable ball. And this guy has played pretty much fantastic during fall camp. And again, I always have to address the narrative that, like, I'm against the other quarterbacks. The other quarterbacks did well today. This is the starter, though. You want to hear positive updates about your starting quarterback. Give a thumbs up for Ty Simpson inside the comment box. Said they had a long rushing touchdown. I've been saying this. Look, Ty Simpson is an athlete. Just wait. The plays that he's going to be able to make, the extendability, he's got it. So he's a 5-star. He's a dual threat. He is not a pocket passer. I believe from what I heard, there was a dropped pass. That was the only one, and it might have been for a touchdown. Even Coach Kalen DeBoer was talking about that. He said they might have to go to the booth to talk about one of those particular plays. He hasn't made a lot of mistakes this preseason, which I think is very promising. And as mentioned, Coach Kalen DeBoer said he was very consistent. Once again, said all quarterbacks did look sharp, and that is something that is good to hear. You want to hear good things about Austin Mack. You want to hear good things about Keelan Russell. This is a long season. Just because we know who the starter is, we want to get behind him. But you got to think that at some point during the season, we're going to have other opportunities for Austin Mack and Keelan Russell. That's just how it's going to be. And when those guys get in, you want them to be up to speed and be able to play at a very high level. Heard a really good update on Jaeden Lee, which I think is very positive. This is one of the best comeback stories in all of college football. To have him healthy, to have him back, I think is a blessing. I'm really happy for him. I don't know how many passes he's going to catch, but hearing that he looks healthy and is healthy is just nothing more than a blessing, and I think he'll ball out when given opportunities 100%. Look, this was a little bit concerning, and even Coach Kalen DeBoer addressed this, and I'm glad that he did. It wasn't just coach speak. He said that Conor Talty missed 2 field goals. Look, if you've seen my shows and you've heard me talking about Alabama football, you know that I have concerns about the special teams. I think even Greg McElroy said that as well, just because they're new guys. And look, missing a field goal today, it's happened in the past. But what's it going to be like on the road against Florida State? What's it going to be like on the road against Georgia? It looks like we're getting a little bit closer to learning the punter. It looks like Blake Dowd could be that guy. And then Coach Kalen DeBoer also mentioned today, I'm sure you saw the press conference, talking about maybe Rico Scott, Jalen Mbakwe, some of those guys returning kicks. Man, Rico Scott, if he's running 23.5 miles an hour, let's have him be the guy, in terms of somebody who can be a game breaker, right? Jaeden Roberts out with a concussion, and James Smith was held out as well. Unfortunately, Jaeden Roberts, he's been a little bit banged up this fall camp, understanding that he has a concussion and he's going through protocol. That means, he's probably, I would imagine he's on track to be healthy for that first game of the season. But when you look to the offensive line, if there was an issue to have, you do have somebody that could step in. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but you have Cam Dewberry, Geno Vandermark, as you know. So hopefully Jaeden Roberts gets better, gets past that protocol, most importantly for his own health and safety. And if he's 100%, let's see where he's at. Have high hopes for Jaeden Roberts. I really do. And James Smith, it sounds like he's trending the right direction as well. As you know, they had originally scheduled the scrimmage for a little bit earlier. And it hasn't been overly hot. I say that, but today was, even right now as I cut this video, it's 88 degrees here in Tuscaloosa. It's been hot as hell. I'm not going to lie. Coach Kalen DeBoer, these guys had the scrimmage at 1 p.m. Central Time. It was so hot today. But they had to simulate the kind of that heat that they're going to face with Florida State. That's a 2:30 Eastern Time kickoff in Tallahassee. So I'm glad they did that. And today was absolutely brutal. All right, a couple more notes to run through. Look, defense, hearing really good things about the defense. One of the things that we did hear is that Deontay Lawson had a really big hit. I don't know who it was against, but I heard that people were remember, I think the Red Elephant Club and some of the parents could see the scrimmage today, but people were talking about Deontay Lawson. I don't know who he hit. Maybe you guys know inside the comment box, but I heard he lit up somebody pretty good. I heard really good things about Dijon Lee. I'm sure you saw that. I'm not surprised to see he's repping with the ones. Are you? It's like Dijon Lee is the man. And having him, Xavier Brown, and Damani Jackson, look, you have depth. And I've talked about this. The two deep at Alabama on the defensive side is absolutely ridiculous. And that's what you're going to need for the length of the season. You are going to need your two deep to be elite type players. Dijon Lee is 100% that. I hope he goes crazy this year. I think he will. So can't wait to see him. How about Noah Carter, right? Noah Carter doing his thing. And look, that position is so loaded. You have, Quay Rusa, you have Ja Latham who came back, you have Yanzi Pierre, but now, Noah Carter starting to eat a little bit in his second year. So that really made me happy because the guy is one hell of an athlete. And, of course, you have Justin Hill. Talk about an embarrassment of riches, right? So Noah Carter doing his thing today. Defense trending the right way, and I think they have to be ready to stop the run. I've talked about this frequently kind of going into this first game. Let me ask you inside the comment box, just kind of a point to ponder, right? If you're playing Alabama and you're Gus Malzahn and you're going against Alabama, are you going to try to attack Alabama through the air? You saw Tommy Castellanos has thrown a ton of interceptions throughout his career. I think that Gus Malzahn will want to go heavy with some sort of a ground attack, and specifically because he does have a running quarterback and he has some pretty good running backs on Florida State's team. So I want to see if they can stop defensive run fits, and we're just not going to know that until we actually see it in week one. So if you're trying to attack Bama, I'm definitely going ground because I don't want to test Damani Jackson. I don't want to test ZB. I don't want to test Dijon Lee. It wouldn't make sense kind of more as we look at storylines to this game. Like I would be absolutely shocked if on the Sunday after that game, the headline reads, Tommy Castellanos throws for 250 yards against Alabama's defense. That won't happen. A more likely scenario is like they're able to have success running, or at least that should be their game plan. So, and we're not going to be able to understand if they have, if they can stop run fits until the actual game kicks off. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'll be back on Sunday morning live. I have another video that it's coming out. It's a special video for you. It's a video where I talk about Alabama's season. I haven't done like a Alabama season prediction. I think a lot of other sites have done some. So I was like, you know what? I'll do mine. And so keep your head on the swivel for that video. Remember, the raffle's still open. We'll spin the pinwheel on Monday for that Alabama old school logo, which is certainly it. Bama_YouTube, Cash App Bama YouTube, just $5 to get in for opportunity to the pinwheel. I appreciate you guys kicking it with me tonight. I hope you guys are just enjoying your life out there, honestly, on Saturday. I hope you guys are, out with your friends, hanging out, and just enjoying this life that we got. So coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama on this fine Saturday, August 16th, Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. I love you guys. Please support all the amazing channels out there that cover Alabama football, and we'll catch you next live right here on Bama Football on YouTube. See you, fam. I'm out.